Now today is a lot more complicated than what we've been doing in the past couple of weeks. So grown-ups, if you can't hear me, please make sure you stay in the kitchens with the little ones at all times, because it does get a bit complicated, okay? But we're going to go for it anyway and see how it goes. So, before we start, obviously what we all need to do is wash our hands, okay? Nice and clean, 20 seconds. Off we go to our sinks and wash your hands. Sing happy birthday, do what you've got to do. Oh, Jesus. Don't throw your soap in the sink. Wash them, wash them, wash them. Where are the rest of them? Sparkly clean, nice and clean hands, guys, okay? So when you're ready, give us a little wave with your sparkly clean hands. Amazing. So, what we need to do first of all is chop and peel and chop our carrots, okay? So what we're going to do, we're just going to first of all wash our carrots. Rinse your carrots and then bring them back over to your chopping board, okay? And then using your knife, just simply chop the top end off of your carrot and then the bottom end on all of them. So the top of your carrot and the bottom of your carrot. Top of your carrot, bottom of your carrot. Top of your carrot, bottom of your carrot. We all done that, so we all should have, all our carrots should have no top and bottom on, like this. And then next, using your peeler, is just simply peel your carrot. Now this, I've got a Dodge peeler. If you haven't got a peeler, guys, you can use a knife, but if you're using a knife, tell your grown up to do that. Peel your carrot. And again. Oh. Peel all 4 of your carrots, guys, because we're going to need all of them. Is the sound gone?
A couple of people have pre-prepared their veg cake.
Well done, guys, for being on it and ready. That'll save us some time. And then just simply get rid of all your peelings. We all doing okay so far? Chop that end off.
Didn't go through our recipe, did you? Your recipe card.
Oh yeah. How many have we got in?
We've got in, okay, 39 participants.
39. Give me a massive thumbs up if you've peeled all your carrots. Well done, guys. Tell you what, you were a lot quicker than them seniors did today. One senior was still cutting his when I was moving on. Right, what we need to do next, guys, is simply cut our carrots in half. Like so. So you end up with 2 lots. And then turn around and then just chop them into little pieces. So we'll do that again with our second one. Over here today. Cut it in half. So you've got 2. Turn it round. Number 3. Cut it in half. And then chop it. And then finally your last one. And then chop. And there we have it, all our carrots chopped, peeled, and good to go into our pan. So what you need to do now with your pan, now I'm using quite a big pan, it's a bit unnecessary if I'm honest with you, just use a standard size pan, guys. Pop all your carrots inside. And then just go over to your sink and cover your carrots with a little bit of water. You don't need a lot of water, just enough to cover it. And then just pop that on your hob, which we're going to go back to in a second, okay? Next, what you need is your chicken. Now, most of you might still have your chicken in your wrapper. If you have, don't worry, just open it up and break it all up onto your plate so it looks like this. Or it's in your bowl, yeah, and I can see a few of you have got it in the bowl ready. It should be defrosted by now. If it hasn't, just pop it in your microwave on defrost for a minute or so and it'll be absolutely fine. If not, just simply add your chicken to the same pan as your carrots, okay? I can go straight up. And then wash your hands after touching that chicken, guys. Because obviously it's raw meat, okay? So now in this pan, we've got our chicken and our carrots. And finally, in that pan is our peas, okay? So just grab your peas, open them up with your tin opener. Get an adult to drain the water out, so to do that, just hold the tin down over the sink. Drain your water out. And then add your peas in there as well. And get rid of that rubbish. So guys, as you can see in this pan now, we've got our chicken, our carrots and our peas. And all you need to do now is turn that on your hob. And let that boil for about 15-20 minutes, okay? And your chicken will start to go white. And obviously your carrots will soften up. Give me a thumbs up if you're on track with me. If you've got your chicken in, your carrots in, your peas in, your watered in, you've turned your hob on, and that's ready to boil for 15 minutes. Thumbs up. Oliver's just taking this all in. Oliver, have you done anything yet, mate? You're like this. Get cooking, you. What heat is on? Just on a medium heat on your hob, okay? Not too high. Just on a medium heat on your hob.
Just mind what you might say.
Oh yeah. Guys, if I am shouting, I do apologise. Lawrence has upgraded me this week to a mic, and I keep forgetting that it's there. Look at me little cheeky mic here. So if I am shouting, I'm sorry, because I'm forgetting that it's there. Right, let's get back to it. What we're going to do now is moving on to our onion, guys, okay? So we've cut an onion when we've done our spaghetti bolognese session. So we're just going to do the exact same. Obviously, those of you who weren't in it, I'll go through it as well. So, to cut your onion, take the top end off with a knife and the bottom end off. Cut it in half and then peel off the skin. Get rid of all that. And then peel off the other side, just like so. Now, this might be the point where we get a few tears. God knows people are like with onions, but you have to get on with it. Okay, what we're going to do, you'll see some lines on the onion, okay? Just simply cut halfway down on the onion. Not all the way, just halfway. Well, 3/4. So you've got it like that. Okay, then we're going to turn it round and then you're going to cut all the way now the other side. Remember to watch your fingers when you're doing this, guys. Like that. And then the same again on the other side. Halfway. And turn it and then all the way. And you should have some small diced chicken. Guys, my laptop's just died in front of me, so I can't see any of your beautiful faces now, okay? But keep doing what you got to do and just keep listening to me. What you need next is your butter. So if your butter's got a little tiny bit of wrapper on from where I cut it, just take all that wrapper off. And then you're going to add that into a different pan. Okay, so the pan that we've already got on, leave that to boil. For this part, we're using a completely different pan. Okay, so I've gone for a smaller one. Add your butter to the pan and pop that on a medium heat. And allow that butter to melt into your pan. Whilst that's buttering, guys, if you can quickly grab your kettle, fill your kettle up and get your kettle boiling, okay? So boil your kettle, because we're going to need some boiling water in a couple of minutes. Just allow that butter to melt into the pan. Like so. Whilst that's melting, not buttering, grab your onions and add the onions to the same pan. So now we've got the butter and the onions in one pan, okay? So the butter and the onions just nicely melting together, cooking together. Like that. Next, you need to grab your chicken stock, okay? Your chicken stock is the little tiny silver square that was in your bag, okay? So your chicken stock, add that to a cup. I'm obviously using a boathouse cup. And then with your boiling water, just fill that up. Just keep your eye on that pan as well. If all the butter's melted, just take it off the hob for a minute, okay? So it doesn't burn. And then with our stock, you be careful with this, guys. Keep it on the table and just mix it until the stock has melted. Guys, you're all doing amazing, by the way. You're all keeping up with me from what I can see. If you need me to slow down a bit, just give us a wave or put a message in the cup. But from
in the chat.
In the chat, not in the cup.
Aidan and Aaron are asking, are we using both packs of butter or one?
Both packs, and that's where we doubled up on the butter. Just use one pack of butter, guys. Use a lucky you've got an extra butter. I meant if you've got any questions, pop them in the chat, not in the cup. Put them in the cup, I won't get it. And then add your chicken stock to the butter and the onions. Turn that back on. Oh, better take that out. And then mix that all in together. Right, guys, just a heads up, in a couple of minutes, when we add the flour and the milk, this pot is going to be dead thick and not going to look nice, okay? But I promise you, it's going to be okay. So what you need to add next is your bag of flour. Just add it in small stages. And keep mixing when you add it in, okay? So mix it all in as you add. Keep mixing it in. And this is the point where it's going to start to go horrible, but don't worry. Guys, can we just have a big thumbs up if you can still hear me okay? Yeah. And then finally into that mixture is your 2 pots of milk, okay? Both pots of milk into that mixture. And then mix that in. I don't even know what to suggest this looks like, guys, but thick porridge, maybe? And then finally, grab some salt and pepper out your cupboards and pop a bit of salt and pepper in there as well. Just a pinch of salt and a couple of pinches of pepper. Like that. Whee! I'll mix that all in. And then take that off the heat. And that's our sauce for in the middle of the pie. So guys, in that pan, we've got our butter, our onions, our flour, our chicken stock and water, and our milk and salt and pepper. Okay? So if you need to pop that in, if you've missed anything out, just pop it in now. And then just have a little tidy of your station. Just give your chicken a little mix. Whee. Right guys, next we're moving on to our pastry. Some of you have got a different pastry to me because Morrison's run out, so if you've got a different coloured box, that's fine. It's exactly the same, guys, okay? Just grab your pastry, open it up. I keep forgetting. And roll it out on the table. Like so. Oh. And now what you need to do is just transfer this over to your dish, okay? So just simply pick it up, oh, not like that, and transfer it over to your dish, okay? And then just pat it in. So you've got it looking like that. It will be bigger on the sides because we're going to cover the ingredients with the rest in a minute. At this point, guys, your chicken and your carrots and your peas should be boiling. You should be getting some steam coming off. We're just going to give that another few minutes just to boil off before we transfer it over to our pie dish. Has anyone got any questions so far? If you have, pop them in the chat box. I keep shouting. I'm sorry. Keep forgetting. Give us a look at your pie dishes if you're ready. Let me have a little look. Looking good, guys. I mean, there's a lot to look at, but it's looking good. What's that question?
You froze then, what did you say?
I froze. I just said your pie dishes look good, guys. Hold them up if you haven't. Let's have a little look. Amazing, Alicia. That looks good. Look at all you lot with your proper pie dishes, and here's me with my casserole dish. Amazing. Right, guys, this next bit, adults, grown-ups, you're probably going to need to do this, okay? So what you need to do is strain the water out of the pan, Okay? So grab your colander and then just simply drain it out into your sink, okay? Into your colander, not into your sink, well, the water into the sink. And then transfer that back over. So then we've just got your chicken, your peas and your carrots in that pan now. And then your next job, using your other pan, we're going to mix that in. Okay, so this is like the sauce, guys, okay? So add that. And mix it all in. You turn your pans off now. Mix all that in. It will be thick, guys, but don't worry.
Two separate pans, one with our veg and our chicken and the other one with our sauce.
Right, guys, so just to recap on what we've just done. So we had the two pans. We had one pan with our chicken, peas, carrots and water in, and we had the other pan with the sauce in, okay? And then all we've done is strained the water out of the big pan and then added the sauce to that pan and mixed it all in together. So we'll have the inside of our pie all in one pan. It does look thick, and that's okay. And it should look like my pan that's on the screen now. And then what you just need to do next is just to add it to your pie dish. You're going to need a spoon for this. Okay, just add as much or as you can. Obviously, don't overfill it. Just add what you can into it. I've not used all of mine, I've only used a tiny bit, okay? Just pop that in, so it's like this. Stay there. Just like that. And then next step is just to cover it over with the remainder of your pastry. Now you can make a pattern out of this. This isn't my strongest point, guys, I'm not going to lie. And then using a fork, just dab around the edges to make some air holes, okay? And then also, if you want, on the middle of your pie, you can draw the Boathouse logo. You can write BHY. I'm going to quickly do the logo. Like so. And there we have it, our BHY chicken pie. Amazing. Now what you need to do is pop your ovens on to 210 degrees. Go gas mark 6 or 7. Everyone's oven's different, guys, okay? So that between 200 and 210, gas mark 6 to gas mark 7. Leave it in the oven for about 40 minutes. Okay, and then once it's golden, it will be good to go. If you want, you can pop some chips in it with it as well. Some gravy, chicken gravy works good. Okay, and enjoy it. Has anyone got any questions? Have we all got our pie in the dish? No. Before I go, just a heads up, next week, I think you're all going to love this. Next week, we are doing homemade pizzas, okay? So we're going to make the dough from scratch. We're going to add on all our own toppings, and we're doing homemade pizzas live with Cooking with Kay. The event page will go up in the next half an hour or so to sign up. So please keep an eye on Facebook and sign up as soon as you can. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. We certainly have. And I will see you next week. Enjoy!